Wanted to talk about our big man up front, Darwin Nunez. Misses a really good chance in and around the penalty spot and looks like he was doing his own head in about that, which he would be, I guess, as a striker. And then scores an absolute beauty. Brilliant ball from McAllister. Brilliant finish from Nunez. The finishing thing, we sort of know he can finish, and we know he's also capable of missing ones he should finish. Mm-hmm. I think the more encouraging thing for me yesterday was I really know, you just do, you can't, I don't know why it happens. Sometimes you just notice a player a bit more, don't you, when you're there?
Yeah.
And you're like, you just pick up on his movements and what he's doing a bit more. And I just thought he looked more of a team player all of a sudden. He was like, there was loads of nice like link up play and things like that, where he looked settled and he looked like part of the side and he looked like he was enjoying himself. And clearly when the manager spoke about him after the match, he echoed a lot of that and said, he's come on leaps and bounds basically recently in terms of what he wants him to be doing. So is this it now where, because that's 2 games as well, he was one of the only ones to sort of survive from the Thursday team, if you like.
Yeah. Is
this it now for him, do you think? Is this where he gets on a bit of a run, he gets goals, he's a regular starter, or do you think he's going to keep rotating that from 5?
I think we'll see him rotating it, but I think we've seen from Klopp in the past that, especially early in a season, he does. Whilst he can rotate, he does have his boys who he sticks with for a large part. And I think if you get on and run, he'll just stick with you. And I've been saying this for a while now that, we talked about this, I think in the prediction show. I was saying, we might not have got to it in the prediction show before the season started. I was saying he'll get 20 goals this season easy. And I think someone in our tweets before I was saying, like, I can't believe the criticism he got last year. And I'm on that. Like,
he got 15.
He got 15 goals, a few assists. And everyone was just focusing on all the chances he missed. And
it was that.
We talked about that before. You're like, yeah. But so hang on, what did you want from him in his first season? Like a Mo Salah first season? That's fucking high expectations.
Mo Salah misses as well.
Of course he does.
There's only Haaland who's got the unbelievable conversion rate.
But even that, I talk about this in fucking coaching with people, like the pressure we put on ourselves to succeed and everything. Haaland's conversion rate is 25%. That means he misses 3 in 4 chances.
I get higher than that,
No, I saw it at the weekend because it's dipped from last year.
Oh, right, okay.
Last year it was 29%, and which is 1 in 3, which is, by the way, ridiculous. But Lionel Messi is the quote I always used. The fact I always use in coaching is Lionel Messi, who's arguably the greatest footballer of all time, is about 1 in 6, which you would never guess, would you? But Haaland's 1 in 4, which means he misses 3 out of 4 chances, which you don't think about. Goal scorers all miss loads of chances. That's just part of the game. That's the way it is. And the most important thing is he's getting in the positions and he's got them. That it's not been funny. I did that thing this morning where I watched the highlights, watched the replay, and do you remember the one that I always think of in this context? We touched on this game a couple of weeks ago, the Chelsea 05 game on the way to Istanbul, and in the 6 minutes of stoppage time, back when you never got 6 minutes of stoppage time. The Good Johnson shot that goes across goal.
Yeah.
Every time I watch that, I still think it's in. Like my brain, no matter how many times I watch it, can't get over the fact that it missed because it just feels like it went in. When I watch Nunez's miss again, my brain couldn't process the fact he'd missed again.
Because you just thought
it just looks like it's top bin.
Yeah.
And even his face is like, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
That's wild. But then that's my point. The greatest goal scorers of all time, forget it. And they just carry on. They carry on making the movements. They carry on making the runs. And that finish for that goal was off the charts.
Well, we've got a couple of comments worth reading out here. Michaela Perkins says, Gomez has had stick from loads of fans. So should we all form an orderly queue for our apologies? Maybe Squink can be the man to make sure that all of those apologies happen.
Yeah.
Helia Mateus says, just reminding everyone that Haaland has missed the most big chances in the Premier League with 9. But then again, he's also scored the most goals. So what are you rating a player by? Which is kind of backing up what you said there.
Yeah.
Plenty more people as well sort of coming in saying he regularly misses sitters and has done this season too. Dana there mentions the Salah and Nunez link up. I've thought that for a while, that they really look like they enjoy playing with each other, don't they?
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? There's like there is a link up there, and you know, like I say as well, you see them now dropping into midfield, doing the donkey work, if you like, as well, and not just sort of knocking around up front. Nunez, some stuff that was in the Times today. Nunez, who along with Van Dijk was the only player retained from the starting lineup from the Europa League, averages a goal every 141 minutes. It's a goal or assist every 107. That's since his move from Benfica for Liverpool. By way of comparison, so it was 141 for Nunez. It's 134 per goal for Salah. Torres was 135. Suarez 138. Daniel Sturridge 140. He also mentions Salah there as well. His penalty meant it was his 54th goal involvement, 34 goals, 20 assists since the start of last season.